back, everyone. Last time we did the foam head, and today it's time to sew. Now, no panic here, I'll take it step by step, starting with the patterns you have to use. They're a little different from the previous ones. These dark lines are the sewing line. The dotted lines are the seam allowance of about 5 millimeters. And the bigger ones are for gluing the slip on the foam. So you have two options. Option 1, the safe option, you cut the pattern including all allowances. Okay, now you take your fabric, check you're on the correct side, and trace your pattern. Then you cut out the allowance along the sewing line. Place back a piece and you trace the sewing line again. Option 2. Okay, second option is the faster one. You cut directly along the sewing line. Transfer that onto your fabric and keep this sheet as reference. It's much faster. And then roughly draw your allowances. You don't need it to be perfect. Alright, for this piece, we need to join them together. They were too big for the printer, so we tape them down like this. Now that we've traced all the pieces, it's time to cut. Now, and you want to cut including your allowances. Okay, now we're ready to sew. We'll assemble these pieces, A goes with A, best way to do it. Flip your piece, making on the bottom it cover it with the other one, markings on the top. Keep the short side on the right. Then pin it down, starting with the extremities. Pin horizontally, not vertically. Otherwise, you'll sting your fingers. Leave the sewing line free so you don't have to remove them while sewing. Cut and remove the pins and then flip back. Nice seam. Now we'll close the indentation. Take your time up for this one. Alright, those pieces are assembled. Let's keep on with the other pieces. Now the lower part of the head. Sometimes the pieces don't seem to go together, but it's normal. Pin the extremities down like this. Then roll your thumb to make it the shape fit. Eventually, it will fit the line. Now we'll assemble the lower part and the topper part. Be careful, the seams aren't always aligned, but the length is the same. Go all the way down using the markings to help you. So when you sew here, make sure to sew into these parts properly. You don't want holes when you flip it on the right side out. For the muzzle, don't use this Freddy. Yeah, weird, right? We're gonna use the beige fleece. After making the pieces, we close the indentation. This one doesn't seem to be aligned perfectly at first, but it's going to get there. Pin the extremities. Roll your thumb, pin and shape it until it fits. Okay, now we are going to assemble these pieces. Starting with L, going with L on this small strip. Then align these pieces. Take your time and look what you have. Make sure everything is aligned. Pin it, a final check, doesn't hurt. And now we're done with the assembly. Remove the pins and we have half a head. We did the other one off camera again. Now we're going to assemble them together. Make sure the wrong side down for the first piece. Right side up for the second. Everything is pretty symmetric. Align and seams and pin everything down. Now we're ready to sew. You really want to take your time. Make a nice clear line and don't pull too much. Align the seams and sew over them. You won't have holes afterwards, you stop before every seam. Align and sew. Almost there, backstitch. And there we are. Here it is. Flip it and we're ready to put it on the foam head. Okay, so the best way is to start with the muzzle and put it inside. Make sure everything is aligned and you'll have to force the foam a bit. Yeah. Don't hesitate to fold it a little so it fits. It's pretty solid. Take your time on this step. Make sure everything stays well aligned. Pull it into position and push it a little bit. takes time, but eventually it will fall into place. Later, when we glue the foam, it will sit even better. See, it's a bit long, but it's coming together nicely here already. So, okay, after a few adjustments off camera, he looks like this. He looks kind of beaten, but don't worry. Soon he's gonna look like that. Next time, we'll add the jaw and ears to fix the fabric and ears.